Hello, this is Ross Smith here in sunny Florida. I want to give you a demonstration today using EFT or emotional freedom techniques, better known as tapping, to help relieve stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety is a huge part of our lives, especially here in the Western world, in the United States. With all the things we have going on in our lives, it's very easy to get that stress mechanism or that fight or flight thing, survival thing, kicked in. And when that's kicked in, it throws a lot of unwanted, unnecessary chemicals into our body and keeps us in a kind of a suspended state of ready for action, always looking for some way out or survival mode. So EFT is a great way of helping us muddle through that and eliminate some of that anxiety, some of those gut feelings, negative feelings that cause us to lead a restricted life. So I will show that to you. I'm going to just tap on general stress. So as you go along with the tapping sequence, I will leave you time to repeat after me whenever I make statements. And you can add your own statements about what's going on in your life. Or you can just tap through the statements with me, and that will help with general anxiety. But with EFT, it's good to be as detailed and as specific as you possibly can. You can get on my website at lettinggosolutions.com and see a demonstration of EFT, as well as some contact information as to how you can get a hold of me if you would like to work with me as your EFT coach or practitioner. We start off with a setup statement, and that setup statement is a two-part statement. Part of it is the truth statement, or how you're actually feeling in your life, that negative feeling that you got going on. And then the second part of that is, even though you have that feeling, you love and accept yourself. Okay? Now remember, before we start, you are 100% responsible for your well-being and for your safety. And you know whether something is safe or not, or whether it's good for your well-being, so that is your responsibility. So we start off with tapping on the karate chop, and it can be either karate chop, it doesn't matter. And let's make the following statement, and you repeat after me. And like I said, you include your own words, or you can use the words I use for just general stress and anxiety. And I want you to, what we would normally do if I were there with you and tapping with you, is I would ask you to rate your stress or anxiety on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 meaning you're not stressed at all, and 10 meaning you are just about to go out of your mind with fear and anxiety and stress. So rate that. Let's say it's at about a 7. And I would ask you where you feel that in your body. Where is that manifesting physically for you? Maybe you feel it in your chest as a constriction. Maybe your heart rate is up. Maybe your head hurts. Maybe your neck and shoulders are sore and are in pain, or are restricted or clenched up. Just keep all of those things in mind, because the only reason we rate them and look at those things up front is because we want to see how we're doing. As we tap along, your rating may go down. You may go from an 8 or a 7 to a 5 or a 4, and then we'll just do those rounds again until it gets better. And you always keep track of what's coming up for you as we tap through, because a lot of times things from our subconscious mind will come to the conscious mind for you to evaluate and to heal. So keep track of what comes up. Write that down. If you have a little pad and pencil with you, that's a good thing. So here we go. Even though I feel this stress, and you repeat after me, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm anxious about, I love and accept myself, and I have no judgment about my feelings. Even though I have this fear or stress about, I love and accept myself. And I know my feelings aren't right or wrong. Okay, so we do that setup 3 times. Now remember, the words, the exact words don't matter. What you're wanting to stay in touch with is the feeling that you have, the feeling of stress and anxiety. And that oftentimes is just plain out fear. So now we've gone through, we do 3 setup statements, which consists of, once again, the truth statement, how you're feeling. I'm feeling stressed about. And then even though you're feeling that way, you love and accept yourself. In other words, you don't have judgment about who you are just because you feel this way. That setup kind of gets the right and the left part of the brain in sync and gets you ready for the tapping sequence. First point is top of the head, and then we do a little reminder statement. This stress at the end of the eyebrows, this stress about side of the eye. I'm feeling stressed, and you can do these parts that have these points that have 2 points. You can use 2 hands if you want to, but you don't have to. This stress that I'm feeling under the nose. I feel this stress and anxiety right in the crease of the chin. I feel this stress. And this collarbone point is from the V that's in your, right here where the ribs come together, go down a couple of inches and then over a couple of inches right in this area here. It's kind of an indention there. You can just tap right on that. What I do is just have my fingers spread apart and tap on that area. This stress I'm feeling about. And you tap 5 or 6 times. How many times doesn't really matter. Under the arm, straight down from the armpit, right where a woman's bra band goes by, nipple level. I feel this stress. And then you come back to the top of the head, and those are the points right there. That's the points that we want to concentrate on while we're going through the rounds. Now that's one round there. Usually there can be change in one round. There's no script to this, how it works out. But I want you to know that the order doesn't really matter either. Your body doesn't know anything about order and doesn't really care. So you could start here and you could go up. You could start here under the nose and go down. It doesn't make any difference. So don't get hung up on the process. It's a very forgiving process. Okay? So let's go through another round. This stress about. I'm feeling this stress. I'm anxious about. Words don't matter. Just stay in tune with the emotion. I'm stressed about. I have this stress. Right now I'm feeling stress. I am stressed. And then the last one again, I am stressed. I always end up at the top of the head, but it doesn't make any difference where you end up or when you want to quit. So go through that 2 or 3 rounds of that, and then come back and reevaluate. Maybe you've gone down to, say, a 4. It's still there, but it's not as much, and you don't have this discomfort in your chest is not as intense as it was before. So you're making some progress. And then you would just go through another round. Now I would go ahead and do the setup. Just say you're back at a 4. You're ready to do some more rounds. So do the setup again and just say, this time say remaining. This remaining stress. Even though I have this remaining stress, I love and accept myself. Even though there's still some stress there, it's at about a 4. I love and accept myself. And I have no judgment about this feeling. This remaining stress. I have no judgment about this stress. My feelings aren't right or wrong. Okay? So we would come up to the top of the head once again and go through the motions until it gets down to a 1 or 2 at least. Now, what can happen through this process is your subconscious mind can throw up something else into your consciousness that it wants to deal with. It might be attached to what you're doing. It might not be. Maybe you remember something from your childhood. We have a lot of stuff from childhood that is still there, trust me. And this can help. Go back and take a look at that and tap on that younger self that is throwing up some kind of resistance or throwing up some kind of fear. Okay? So go through those rounds, reevaluate each time, and keep track of what comes up for you. You might come up with a different aspect about that stress, and it raise up. You might go from a 4 back up to a 7 or back up to an 8 because something came to mind that is triggering for you. And then you just tap on whatever that event is. And remember, I'm here to help you. Go to lettinggosolutions.com, fill out the contact sheet, or you can call me. Or text me would be better. I seem to pay more attention to texts. They come to my attention faster. So just do that, and I will get back with you and help you through whatever stress or anxiety you're going through. Okay? Remember that, lettinggosolutions.com. Or you can email me at lettinggosolutions@gmail.com. And that's lettinggosolutions, all one word. Okay? It's been fun. Been a good time. I hope that helps you relieve some kind of stress in your life. If not, maybe it'll put you on the right path. I'm here to help you. Talk to you later. Have a good day.